Yes, welcome everybody to our Game On panel. I'm excited to be moderating. And I'm Ray from Asymmetry Capital, and I'm based in Hong Kong. I'm a founder, investor, and I'm a miner, previously a banker. Excited to be talking to everybody in the game, NFT game space, game art, music, entertainment space. So maybe we'll go around for an introduction. So we have Alex from Sensorium, Tim from PolkaCipher, and Paulii from DreamQuest. So Alex, would you like to kick off the intro?
Yeah, thank you, Ray. My name is Alex Blagirev. I'm the Deputy CEO of Sensorium. I used to work as a banker also for like 15 years, and I switched from the fintech solutions to the entertainment industry. The last thing I made in the fintech for the blockchain was a fork of Ethereum for Central Bank of Russia and leading R3 Corda in CIS. So now we're here developing the metaverse based on Unreal and Unity engines, and we're going to launch it quite soon. And also we're planning to announce our own blockchain solution for NFT in the beginning of October.
Thank you. Tim, would you go next?
Hey, Ray. Hey, guys. Nice to meet you. My name is Tim Marina. I'm the CEO of PolkaCipher, which is a privacy preserving cross-chain Oracle network on Polkadot. And like Alex and the majority of people in the NFT space right now in gaming, we're building things that are more tailored towards the metaverse of cross-chain interoperability and bridges technology. And we've just launched a platform called NFTzie.com, NFTzie, which allows NFTs from Ethereum, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain to be moved from chain to one another within the click of a button. It's something that's new, fresh to the industry, and I believe it's the first steps to allowing games and in-game assets and NFT items to be shifted from one chain to another to have that metaverse. So that's me.
Paulii, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Paulina Good. I'm creative director and CMO at DreamQuest. I'm also the founder. I've been in the blockchain since 2016. The latest claim to fame was 2 years at Holo, running their marketing department. And now I'm running my own business, which is quite exciting. We're building first RPG, play to earn with card battle in it. So it's going to be pretty exciting when it launches.
Sure. Thanks, Paulii. Yes, you touched on the play-to-earn model that's really hot right now, especially in the gaming space. Maybe can you talk maybe a little bit about your project, how you apply that, and maybe others can also comment on whether you think the play-to-earn model can be applied to space beyond gaming or GameFi. Thank you.
Yeah, so maybe I just start with how we and why we doing play-to-earn. So we've collectively 3 founders, we looked at different game models and discovered that most of the game models, we all gamers, so we were like, every time I'm playing a game, I have to pay to win. And it's just becoming really boring. And at some point you think, I can win just by putting more money in. And it's not really that exciting. And obviously, heavy on the pocket, especially if you have more than one gamer in the house. So we were looking at ways to actually, rather than extort money from people, to give something to them. So there are different types of players. So some people play because they just have this time, they have money, so they can just play whatever game they want, they buy it. But on the other hand, there's a lot of developing countries that they treat gaming as model to earn, to actually support their families, their lives. And we looked at this model and we decided this is the way to go. Because now, especially COVID lockdowns, many people cannot go out there and work. So why not give them opportunity to be able to support their families and same time have an amazing time? I thought that was kind of a win-win for everyone. So that's kind of the model we came up with. That was the reasoning behind it.
That's something what Axie Infinity were doing. Axie were allowing people in the Philippines to earn their annual income in a week. You know what I mean? So that allowed people to get involved with gaming. Who doesn't love gaming, right? So.
Yeah, we actually went one step further. you don't have to purchase anything to start. It's free to start. So you cannot be priced out to start. Like Asymmetry, some people were telling me now you have to put out $1,000 to start. And our game starts free. You get a pack of cards and you can start playing. And the more you play, the more you can earn. And you can upgrade your characters. Then you can sell them in the marketplace, forge items, and everything is play to earn models. So the more you play, the more you can make, basically, and put it in your bank account or decide to play more and purchase items in games. So, yeah.
So Alex, so we talk a lot about play to earn in the gaming space. So do you think play to earn is applicable to your space, or anything, any application you see maybe outside the gaming field?
Well, I think it's much broader than we expect. For example, colleagues told about the like $1,000 requirement to enter the Axie, but I know that there is a services in India that make microfinancing. They lend money to the people to play. So I believe that simply gamify just goes much broader, because there is a multiplicator of the all activities connected to the gaming. So I think the areas that will be disrupted soon, first of all, this is the loyalty programs, because loyalty programs, they are all based on some sort of activities that we all should take care, and then to receive the refund. For example, from the banks, right? Our banks are working to receive the refund from the Visa, MasterCard, or from the other banks issuers. I believe that it's really equal to gamify. It means people will be able to receive such a refund in terms of the tokens. So I believe that the gamify itself simply disrupt the whole industry of the loyalty programs, not just games.
Yes, I agree that gamification is much more than GameFi. So a lot of things can be gamified in a way. I do agree with Alex on that front. So so nowadays, I think metaverse is getting very hot right now. Everything with the word metaverse turns into gold, right? I've been chasing metaverses until pretty recently, and I said I'm So there are a lot of really good ones around out there.
Everyone called themselves metaverse.
So Alex, can you maybe start from you talking about your experience in metaverses, developing one, and how what's next for you guys? And
well, we started our journey like almost 3 years ago. And this week we're celebrating 3 years with the company. We're developing the metaverse. In the beginning, it was like a huge unknown dream what we're planning to achieve. And then the more we're trying to pass, the more we have more clear boundaries of the product that we want to deliver. In the end, the metaverse itself, we see as a place we want to contribute the AAA content, which is unlimited. And we want to contribute the unlimited quality. So if you compare, for example, Netflix itself have also the metaverse. I mean, but it's like flat, screaming, but it's metaverse. The content is AAA, but it's limited since the production costs are high. Against Netflix, you got a Facebook. Facebook have unlimited content, but the content is not so high quality. Everyone can put anything on the Facebook, but nobody wants to check what they're putting on their newsfeed. So in the between of the Netflix and the Facebook, you got Roblox. This is very nice, tiny thing for the children with the square faces, and they got very high capitalization, unlimited content, but lack game mechanics. And we see all of that, and we understood that there's a niche for us. We want to deliver AAA quality, but unlimited content. So how to manage them together if there is a general fundamental barriers of the production costs. So we understood, let's make our players to create their own NPCs with their own stories. But for creation of NPC, they will be using their own our own characters from the store. So the only thing they will create a narrative description for their minds. So each NPC will be based on GPT-3 plus some customization, and you can create your own character and put itself into the metaverse, so everyone can meet, chat with this character. So itself, we created a limit the environment, visual environment ourselves, but this virtual environment will be fulfilled by the users. This is the first stage. A second stage, we understood that still there is a barrier for the people who want to enter, because this is the barrier are glasses. The glasses itself, I mean, from the other side, is decreasing the cost like 5 times for the last 3 years, but still you need to buy them. So we understood to go further and to use mobile phone.
Okay.
And mobile phone is, we call it AR, augmented reality TV. You can use this mobile phone to sneak around and see what's going on there in virtual reality. And this virtual reality will be affected as and placed in your real life like augmented reality. And that's how we were planning to launch several shows, and some of our big name companies that we will plan to announce soon, they will have the performances based on augmented reality. So
Sure.
the metaverse itself we call extensive reality. So it both provide us the experience for the virtual reality, 3D, as you have desktop layer, or if you want to remove the necessary of your own PC, you want to go to mobile VR. We're actually working now with one of the partners on the edge computing technology to let the streaming pass to the telecom company's servers and going back to you, so you could use your Oculus Quest, for example, without necessity to buy the on PC. It means we're creating the huge extensive reality experience for anyone with not high requirement to buy high cost equipment.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Paulii, maybe Alex, do you have anything to add?
Just first concert we got David Guetta and big names. Yeah, we're planning to announce those concerts later, but first concert will happen in December. This will be a virtual world Prism. It's specially designed from the people who founded Ibiza most famous clubs, so you can sit at home drinking a beer and enjoying the clubbing in Ibiza with top DJs.
I would say if I'm enjoying Ibiza, I want some nice cocktail.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we can discuss the separate service. Yeah, to deliver you.
Can you scan me one here, please?
I need an NFT cocktail with NFT. I guess.
Yeah, that would be great, right? You go to the bar.
Yes.
NFT cocktail, please.
Yeah, I can buy someone a drink right there across the table, right? It's cool. Yeah. So, Paulii, you're building
this is a great idea. Yeah, Alex, you should implement this.
Yes.
Let's make I copyright. Let's build together. Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Yes. Sounds good. Yeah. So, Paulii, can you maybe talk about your gaming metaverse and what you're trying to build and what's interesting about your metaverse as well?
Yeah. So we are the premise of our game is basically the idea that you live in two lives, that you live in your regular life, that it's like the Matrix, boring stuff, going to work, doing things. And then you have the second life that you are transformed into the metaverse of this imagination, amazing art, places where you join guilds, picking realm, like going to a specific realm, choosing the side, good or bad, celestial, infernal. And then you basically go to quests, form guilds, win battles, forge items, and have completely different reality there. So kind of bringing people into this fantasy world that I think we all kind of want and love, because looking at the popularity of all the sci-fi, we all want this extra something unrealistic that it will take us to this, at least for the time we are in the game, to take you away from the boredom many times. Like escapism, but in a way of, rather than doing something not so good for you, playing this game actually helps you earn and pay your bills. So kind of like I remember my mom used to yell at my brother, sorry brother, that go do something, you're gonna sit at the PC all day playing games, wasting time. Now it will be probably the opposite. Most mothers like, why are you sitting watching TV? Go play a game, make some money, go to work. So things are changing so much.
Yes.
So things are changing like that. So for us, the metaverse, I'm like really inspired by the like realistic paintings that are very like you could imagine being there. And I am big fan of like the realistic things like the Skyrim. I don't know if you guys play Skyrim, but Skyrim is a place when you go in, you kind of with the music, with the characters, the surroundings, you can feel like you are there. So when I actually play Skyrim and my kids come over, I feel like, oh my God, this is a game. Like I'm like being taken away from there, like plugged out, right? So I'm thinking the same for the game we're creating, that I want people through music, through the beauty of the surroundings, the custom characters, the art, that we can create this amazing place that people can come in, and not only to earn money, but also to experience something great and wanting to come back because they get tickled by this whole inspirational things. So that's what we're trying to build. Fingers crossed.
That's
so
great.
That's kind of what we're doing. Yeah, I'm finished.
Thanks, Paulii. So Tim, would you have any comments on how you maybe empower the metaverse space and how you see the metaverse is going?
Well, the majority of games that are getting talked about right now are more open world games. So we already have Fortnite, we have concerts. We have celebrities coming in and making concerts. There's nothing new about this aspect. There's nothing new about an RPG game. The metaverse is more than just an open world game. It's having all the open world games connect together. So you've seen the films Free Guy most recently with Ryan Reynolds. Ready Player One is the most famous, I think, out of all of them. And the sci-fi back in the 80s and 90s, Tron, etc. But these games, while they have a game there, Axie Infinity, Fortnite, etc., with in-game assets and skins, you're limited to those games. So you need to be able to connect all these games and open worlds together. That makes the metaverse. That makes the universe of games. And what PolkaCipher doing on NFTzie, we're building the underlying technologies that link these games together. So you could have all the games in the world, but if they don't connect together, there's no metaverse. So that's what we're trying to do with PolkaCipher. We built the bridges. The next step is enabling the creation of in-game assets, NFTs, or NFTs, loot boxes, everything for a fraction of the cost of what you have currently on Ethereum, Polygon gears. So, and then if you can bridge all that within all these games, if Alex's project's on Ethereum, Paulii's is on PSC, they'll be able to they'll be cross-compatible, so it's interoperability. There's so many
mine is on
blockchains
Polygon.
Sorry?
I'm on Polygon.
Exactly. So, Polygon, for me, Polygon is a plaster. It's a plaster to a temporary fix. We'll move away. As a no, it's not a bad thing at this moment in time. As we move towards possibly a POS, Avalanche comes into it. We're talking about the blockchains. Polkadot, Cardano has just launched a smart contract functionality. Yes. There are bigger things coming. We're all in beta stage right now, so we're just moving towards it. It's all good throwing these words and big words out there. But if they don't work together, there's no point having it.
So Tim, are you planning to become the parachain for Polkadot?
We are moving towards that on the privacy side. However, they only last, I believe, 6 months with the auction. So until we've got to that stage where we're ready to take into that, we're waiting for that time. We're waiting for the right time. And at this moment in time, we're building technologies that when that time comes, we'll be at the first market movers. Like we are now with the cross-chain bridge. There's nobody out there that has the bridge for NFTs. They have tokens, token bridges. Yes. It's locking a token, opening a token on another chain. It's the technology side that a lot of people are missing, and this is the underlying people. So we're building lots of little brands, including gaming, where we open them up to cross-chain compatibility. That's it. I play Fortnite with my little ones. If I could move my Spider-Man skin, a Superman skin, playing Call of Duty, and my Spider-Man could climb walls or fly because I've swapped over, that's what we're trying to achieve. So you can't get to that next stage unless you build the technologies together. So that's really it. But play to earn games, going back to it, they're fantastic. They allow people to earn money. If you have to pay, it's the same as if you went to an arcade to win bigger. You have to play bigger, more risk, more rewards.
Yes.
that's my little say in it. But yeah, I think we're on to something big. It's just we're still at the beginning of it.
Yes. Yeah, I think people talk about a lot about the new chains to empower NFTs, but not so much on the cross-chain solutions as well. So we touched on a little bit about the you talk about traditional industries like concerts on Fortnite held before, and Alex was talking about David Guetta on doing a concert with Sensorium. So maybe where do you guys kind of look at the traditional industries integrate with blockchain or NFTs or in the metaverse space? So I'd like to hear maybe your insight into how. I mean, it seems like it's becoming inevitable to have a virtual world integrating with the real world. So maybe starting from Alex, you can talk a bit about it. I think we lost Paulii.
Yeah, we lost Paulii. Okay, let's the gentleman's talk.
Yes.
So we can make a higher grade 18 plus now.
We can keep going until Paulii comes back in. So
okay. Yeah. So in terms of the NFT and Sensorium, we got some new stuff. So-called NFT will be our avatars.
Yes.
And avatars are creating itself content. We're using generic AI to create the music or create the dances. We have our own motion capture studio, so we can pick up any type of performances, and this performance can be also an NFT. And by the end, they can create so-called postcards, like or memes, which will be also the NFT. So one avatar creates a whole pyramid of the content, all of the NFT. But the funny point is that the avatar, when it becomes NFT, it have its own blockchain wallet.
Oh, interesting.
And it means like you can create a bunch of the avatars that will be acting with their blockchain wallets for you. I mean, in the near future, it could be crypto or regular influencers, and they can collect donuts for you, like digital beings, and you will be controlling those wallets.
Yes.
And this is really...
go ahead. Yeah, keep going.
I believe this is a really new era. Like the NFT itself can create itself the blockchain wallet for the avatars, and these avatars can also have its own economic transactions. I mean, AI can make economic transaction to the other AI using the blockchain wallet. Oh my gosh. And if you remember this movie, I like the way Tim mentioned about Ryan Reynolds, the movie Guy. And it's absolutely the same. It's like a whole bunch of islands on an island, like with the AI avatars that feel themselves real, and they can do economic transactions each other using the blockchain wallets.
It'd be good because there's been a couple out there that have tried building them since 2017. They've tried building these open worlds. There's one of them called Beachhead where they tried building like a 3D avatar model, etc. And you could
the Central and like many other them. So
but with these open world games, rather than say metaverse open world games, you can walk into a store, and if you wanted to buy a Mac, you'd be able to test it out and things. And I think the company's called RTKTF, where they're doing it with the trainers and the pigeons. They're doing it with tangible trainers, and you buy the NFT, and it's related to a physical product in the real world. So you'll be able to go into this world. I shop on Amazon. It's great. But I'm able to then look at this and check it out and maybe test it and then order it and then it's shipped to my house. So that type of thing. And you can sell advertising space, which goes back into the ecosystem. Token holders, game asset holders, earn a bit of money. It's a nice little ecosystem, Big world to go.
Yes, thanks, Tim. Yeah, so Paulii, welcome back. We're talking about how the traditional industries would integrate with the blockchain space. Like especially in the metaverses. So do you have any comments on that?
I will maybe mention something that I've came across is the data for ad revenue. So recently there's a project called Cyrus that they're using blockchain to actually help you monetize your own data directly from your house. So you only have to connect the router that is also serving as your gateway to decide whether you want to switch off the data, block it, or you want to allow sell. And you can choose the data that you're selling. or you don't want to sell the data, you say, well, I don't want it, thank you very much. I want to not make any money. I also don't want to share my data. And I find it very cool. I see this actually as a metaverse. So when somebody says, what do they do? And I said, well, actually, this is like going to a party. Some days you go out and you want to say everything to everyone and you don't care. You shake everybody's hand saying hello. Yeah. The next day, you are not feeling so happy. So you're like, no, just say hello to the bartender, give me a drink. I'm going to sit in the corner and don't actually say a word to anyone.
Yes.
And this is how I see this type of interactions in digital world and digital spaces, is that everything we do right now has digital aspect of it. Yes. So you open your laptop, you watch TV, you make a payment, you scroll your social media, anything that you touch has a footprint behind it. And I find it that we are so disempowered right now, not being able to control the data, what's actually being shared about you, and having like a company that finally says, actually, this is enough, big pockets, that's it. Now, if you know, the money that is paid normally to big companies, Facebook and so on, I don't dare to mention, now we will get the power back to users, which I think it's a really amazing idea. And I see the use of blockchain and like a part of metaverse that is bringing hope to the regular Joe that I can actually do something. I am not powerless anymore. Yes. So that's kind of the coolest thing I've seen recently on the market that I really liked.
Yes, I totally agree with Paulii. That's how the new funding mechanism for building like a games or like a metaverse, etc., and how the ad revenue, like the finance, flows to the users, and how you can pre-fund a game or game through the blockchain style fundraising, token style fundraising, and also on how the users can earn directly, and also the platforms can sell the NFTs. I think all these things come together actually brings the space forward to a new, completely different financing model. Yeah, that's very exciting. And in terms of new model, we see different forms of not just graphics NFT, and we see a JPEG-based NFT that I think a lot of people talk about. There's text-based NFT as well. So how do you see the trend is moving and developing in the space? Maybe Tim, would you like to comment a little bit on that?
A JPEG rock. I have no comment on how and why.
Yes.
I see CryptoPunks and Pudgy Penguin stuff being attractive. They're building their communities up with collections.
Yes.
But when it comes to pricing of NFTs, that's not
yes.
I pass that on to someone else.
Yes. Yeah, I think there could be. Yeah, go ahead, Paulii. Yes.
Sorry. I wanted to make a joke that of course Tim has to go first. He has NFT in his name, so like, of course.
Yes.
But on a serious note, I think what's the next the way I see NFTs are developing is through the dynamic NFTs. Yes. That it's not only okay, I have this asset and it's unchangeable. Like it's like right now most of NFTs are this way. But a lot of companies are now talking about dynamic NFTs.
Yes.
For example, my company, we are doing dynamic NFTs. So when you battle, you actually change in dynamic in-game as you play. And then after you finish a game, your NFT either becomes stronger or weaker. And everything is written on the blockchain. You have a history we call ethereal scroll. So it's immutable and it's there forever. But I see other places that what they are trying to do is, again, I will go back to Cyrus because they have this amazing idea. What they are planning to do is to give the unbanked a way to have a credit score of some sort of footprint. So because like we said before, everything you do online is a traction and is some sort of proof. So if you make payment, anything, so they will collect that data and create some sort of dynamic NFT that will gather that data, so you have a proof that you actually exist, which is amazing because I don't know how much you guys know about the unbanked, but majority of developing countries have no access to banking, and I think these type of like economy and helping people to actually be able to do things that you and I can do on a daily basis, just going to the bank and boom, it's done. It's going to empower them to become better and develop their lives and have better future for them and their kids. So kind of that's the way I think this should be progressing, to empower all these people in those countries. And even, yeah, okay. I know we have not much time left, so I will stop talking.
Thanks, Pauli. So Alex, do you have any comments on that? And feel free to give your takeaway for the audience, maybe a one-liner for the audience in the end.
Yeah, I'd like to couple something from my banking experience. So all banks starts from the digital identity. And the digital identity itself, the distributed digital identity, it's a new framework been developed in 2016 by the team in Davos. They printed so-called digital identity blueprint, very nice discussion paper. And from that time, not many countries developed its own national decentralized framework for digital identity. And I believe that's the future of NFT. Also relates directly with digital identity. It will help to bring people to get any type of service, not only the banking. For example, car. I can use NFT as a VIN number for the car, and it also can record all owners of this car and all type of the things happening with this car inside this NFT. And I believe that's the way we can negotiate with governments and with national teams in terms of the standardization of NFT as the infrastructure for digital identity is the future and key for success. So that's, I think, is next big step for NFT.
Sure. Thanks. Any key takeaway, maybe one liner you want to give us? Start from Alex, and or that one was a big line already. The identity side. Yeah.
Well, I just wish Alex and Paulii best of luck with what they're building, and hopefully successful. I look forward to having a go at your games and your metaverses.
Yes.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll be talking, Tim, about putting things across, bridging them, connecting, because we are all about building metaverse and ecosystems.
Yes.
So for me, the last takeaway is I believe that blockchain projects should collaborate and build these great metaverses and ecosystems. That's my belief. That's why I'm very happy if anyone here wants to collaborate and do something amazing.
Yes.
Please, my line is open.
Yes, I do want my NFT to go into another metaverse, from one metaverse to another metaverse.
You can already do it.
Yeah, that's
NFTzie.com.
That's the goal. Oh,
just
now we get it.
Yes.
Oh, wait, this is great. I should have done product placement. I love it. I missed on that.
Too late. Yeah, too late. So yes, everyone, please follow this, and we are ready to collaborate and open. Please ping me up in Facebook or everywhere you see it necessary. We definitely will take a look on your projects.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Thanks all today. Thanks Alex from Sensorium, team from NFTzie, and also Paulii from Dreams Quest. Best of luck with your next development, and we're excited about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.